Hey guys, welcome back with another video. Here we're in Project Gorgon. Here we're going to be continuing our adventures. This is going to be episode 2. Unfortunately, I had a little bit of an issue earlier where I did a whole video kind of continuing my progress here on Tutorial Island. And then I realized that there was an issue where my sound was not turned down low enough. And so come time to play back the video, I realized you could barely hear my voice and that the music was overpowering. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of catch up with kind of the progress I've made, which is not a lot with this character. I have been playing a lot of other alts and advancing them further into the game, so there's that. So I have been learning quite a lot about this game, even though with this character I've clearly made this character for viewing purposes, so I have not really gotten too far with him. I've been a bit busy. I'm a kindergarten teacher, so it's been a little bit, yeah. I know I've not been making many videos recently. However, I would like to eventually change that. I am going to be traveling a little bit this summer, so there's probably going to be a little 3-week break of nothing, but I do want to be a little bit more consistent. I'm probably going to focus on some more niche titles just because my videos have really been all over the place, but I think my content shines on more niche titles. So I think actually this Project Gorgon game could be a good game to actually focus on. So anyways, one thing that needs to be mentioned is that at the start of the game we come across an elf named Ryger who is very depressed, and we're given a quest to figure out a way to cheer him up. Now, something I did off camera, which I thought, well, I did on camera, but I explained the issue to you I had before, is we go up to this tower here in the I think it's kind of the middle of the island, sort of, well, northwestern, slightly northwest there. But we go in here and we turn right, and we've got the shelf with the book that says basics of alchemy. We read this and we study the recipes. This will give us a bunch of basic alchemy recipes. One of them being pick-me-up juice, which is the key quest item that you need to cheer our poor Ryger up. Now, all you really need is a parasol mushroom flake, some strange dirt, a bottle of water, and sugar, which are fairly easy enough to get. Parasol mushroom flakes you've got to craft, and they require parasol mushroom, which there's a gazillion on the island, and salt, which is a very common drop here on Tutorial Island. So once you have all that, you need to get a bottle. And usually it's probably an empty bottle. There's a lot of empty bottles lying around the island. You pick one of those up. Then you head down to one of these pools over here. And then you go into your inventory, which is... Wow, still slow with that. So there'll be a bunch of empty bottles of water. Now, actually, I can probably drink a bottle of water and show you. So we've got an empty bottle. Empty bottle. We double-click that. And as long as we're standing in a pool of some kind of fresh water, it should fill us up. And then, yep, we go back to the crafting, and we've got everything we need to craft the pick-me-up juice. And once that is finished, you can return to Ryger, who's in that shack at the beginning, where we all started off, where we spawned originally on the island. And that will complete the quest for cheering him up, and it'll also give us access to a book that we couldn't get access to before. Because previously, if we tried to read this book, he'd yell at us and would not allow us to read the book. But now we can safely go over, and this will teach us how to learn psychology. And as you can see, I've got a few blue skills here at the bottom. Those are psychology skills that I've been recently leveling up. And they do some interesting damage. So they've got some interesting explanations. Like, look at this skill, for example. It says, you attempt to unravel the target's rage, making it more difficult for them to use their rage attacks. And then you've got, tell me about your mother. So you convince an enemy to discuss their thoughts and fears with you instead of attacking. So it's kind of a bit, it's a stun skill. So those are kind of introductory skills. Of course, we're still leveling those up. But I'm going to be kind of focusing probably on, we got to get a few more levels of sword, I think, on the island before I want to move on. And I also want to continue to level up psychology as well. Yeah. Now, if you remember, the whole goal is to get off this island. And I believe we talked to the elf in the tower, who kind of gives us a quest to figure out how to teleport off the island. And we've basically went to all these obelisks and got different codes, which, if they're all correct, will be a key to helping us get off the island. However, there's also another way to get off the island, which I will be showing you, because I think I'm going to be using that way instead of the teleportation way, because this other way is going to involve a lot more combat. But it also requires that we grind a few mobs and get a bit stronger. So, without further ado, I'm going to continue to show you a few other things I did off camera. Is we ended up going, there's this puzzle over here that we were able to solve and unlock a chest and get some different loot, different goodies, which I'll be showing you. It's basically one of those touch things in the right order, and the chest will be unlocked, essentially. And we're making our way over it now, but I'm killing my way over there, so we're kind of slowly but surely making our way over there. Here's some of those common Pedestal mushrooms. Continue to pick those up. So yeah, we've got these like 4 different pedestals here. Now, I believe the order, we definitely went with the southern pedestal first, then we went to the eastern, and then we had to go western and then northern. Once we got that in the correct order, we were able to unlock a chest, which perhaps it's despawned now or desynced with us and no longer available. But that gave us some good loot and some good rewards. Now, if we continue going south, we're going south of the island here, we'll find that there is this dummy here. Yeah? Now, you cannot damage it by using physical attacks, as you can see. But by using the magic attacks with psychology skills, oh, look at that. We're doing damage to the dummy. And by doing so, we're able to get a key, which is able to unlock another chest where that NPC, Lorea, is. There was a chest there. We were given a quest, and this gives us the key to be able to basically finish and complete that quest. So there we go. We search the corpse, and it gives us a key. I already got the chest key, so there's no point in taking it right now. But with that key, we're able to return to Lorea and we're able to unlock a chest, which, if I show you here in a minute, is going to give us some extra storage space. And we've got a third skill in psychology. Let's see what this says here. So we learned strike a nerve. So what does this do? So we say something cruel that plays upon the target's fears and failures, dealing psychic damage. Now that's going to be probably a pretty good skill. So far, my psychology skills, some of them have somewhat long cooldowns, but they do some decent damage here, at least in the low levels. That's for sure. So here we are, back to Lorea. Now with that key, we're able to actually access her chest. And with that, we are able to access some better armor. She's got these pants that we're wearing right now. So that really helps us. And then we're able to store some extra things that might not be too useful in the near future in here. Of course, everything is pretty much useful in this game, but some things take first priority over other things. And these scrolls, I think I'm not going to be really concerned about using them anytime or giving them to anyone anytime soon, so I'm leaving them here. We've also got some, wow, we've been picking up some moldy shirts. I've also learned that a lot of the armor is kind of takes up too much space when you can focus on more or less gathering resources that can stack. Armors obviously can't stack. So I've been a little bit, how to say, not really caring about, oh, I did not want to equip that. I've not been caring about picking up all the armor. That's the one thing I've kind of been ignoring. That's not something I would say you should ignore permanently, but at the starter island, we're on the starter island, it really doesn't matter at this rate. It will matter later. You know, there are NPCs that like armor that we can give them to and raise our favor with. So, eventually... Now, one interesting thing about Lorea is there's certain things that she likes. There was another quest that she gave us, which involved us gathering some antique spoons, which we completed. And as you can see, our favor level with her now is 121. So we actually raised our favor level here. You know, we were complete strangers, and now we're comfortable with each other. And, you know, the next tier might be that we're, you know, friends, and then best friends, and then just like family. So there's several different tiers of favor with this NPC, and with probably about 99% of the NPCs in this game. So, quite interesting. Right now, we can give her a gift of bones. If you can see here, we've got 45 femurs. And if you remember from the previous video, if you click on small talk, you can find out what she likes. She likes art, she likes bones, she loves bread. So we are able to successfully give her. Then you got those purple, kind of like, it flashes purple there. That shows like what she likes in your inventory. So we're going to give her these femurs, these 45 femur bones. And that raises our favor level with her there. Perfect. Yeah. So, awesome. So, she's got something for us. And she's got a simple skinning knife. Now this, as long as we have that simple skinning knife in our inventory, will allow us to be able to skin most mammals, I would say. So like, okay, autopsy, skin corpse, there we go. And we got ourselves a shoddy animal skin. So now we can also begin leveling up our skinning, which will eventually probably probably, it will unlock skills like tanning and leatherworking and all that kind of stuff. And that's going to come in a lot later. So, yeah, so we made a lot of progress in the previous video, and I'm a little bit sad that I can't show you it as it happened. But we are going to check our skills. Let's see what our sword skill is like now. Check that. It's 9 out of 50. I'm gonna give us... I want us to level up to level 10 with our sword. And I'm hoping that'll be enough for us to explore the dungeon part of the island, which we have not been to yet. It's the one location on the island we have not traveled to. I'm losing my sense of direction here. Let's cross the island. There are a few tougher mobs over here that we can kind of focus on leveling up with here. Let's check our psychology. We're level 5 psychology, so a little bit on the lower end there. Oh, and another thing, we learned the ability to charm rats. And I believe, how did we do that again? I can't remember. But along the way, we learned this charm rat skill, which allows us to use cheese to tame a rat to become our pet. So let's actually do that right now. And see if we succeed here. We do. And now that rat will fight along our side here as we continue to kill things. So now we've got a little pet. It's a temporary pet, and it only lasts while we're in the map, and it can be killed, so if we lose it, we'll have to tame another one. However, there is such a thing as animal handling in this game, which will come later, which is more of a permanent class-style skill that you can level. So this is kind of an intro to that, but not quite connected. It's kind of its own little thing. So let's kill a few more of these toughened skeleton guards. All right. Those psychology skills do some serious damage. I'll tell you what. Did we skin him? Did we skin him? Oh, we did. Okay. Now, I believe if we look at our quest log, have we found an amethyst yet? It seems like we have. Now, this was our quest that Elmataf, that old elf mage, gave us. And he taught us how to use teleportation magic. Although I'm not going to completely follow this through, I can show you how to do that. Bind to teleportation platform, which we got here, over here, this strange platform here. So let's try doing that. Let's open up our crafting window. Click on teleportation, bind circle. So what do we need? We need salt, we need an amethyst, which we have. So let's bind to that. See what happens. Binding to the circle. Boom. You just learned the recipe. Recall circle. Sends you back to the teleportation circle you were bound to. You must be standing on a teleportation circle. Alright. So there we are. All set. With that, we can return to Elmataf. We have finished his quest. Alright, so here we are back at our elf friend here, Elmataf. Back so soon, Melfera. Did you bind to a teleportation platform? Yes, I've done it. Wonderful! Then you have enough hands-on experience to teleport yourself. Just go to a teleportation circle and cast the Recall Circle spell. And I hope you come back to visit again. Goodbye, Welfera. Wait, that will send me to my bound location, right? Yes, you'll be whisked away to wherever you last bound yourself. But I just bound myself to here, on this island. What? Why? Now you can't get off the... Oh, I see. I did tell you to do that. Well, shit. Come on. What do we do now? Well, I do know how to remotely bind to a distant location, but I couldn't possibly teach you such an advanced teleportation technique. It took me over 40 years to learn it. You're a fast learner, but not that fast. I suppose I could cast it on you myself, so you can change my bound location. Remote binding is hard, even for the most advanced mages, and I'm a little past my prime, but I can give it a shot if you like. I can probably get you somewhere off this island, and probably on dry land. I couldn't promise you any specifics, though. Fine, I'll take it. What do I do? I'll need to do some math to compensate for ley line fluctuation. Fortunately, there are some old obelisks that were once used for this very thing, back when the council was teleporting students here every week. Hopefully they still work. Find the 4 obelisks and write down their info, then bring it to me. 4 obelisks, right. Which we've actually already done, but as I told you, that is not the way I'm going to get off this island. I'm going to find another way. So, and that is going to involve going into the dungeon, which is over here on the west side of the island, I believe. Or, no, it is not. It's on this, well, it is, but it's on the south, it would be on the southwestern side, as opposed to the northwestern side. So, we could take a look down there. I am a little bit nervous about my skills here. They're not really well leveled yet. I think I would like to get to level 10 before we attempt to do this, but hey, you know, we can give it a try. No loot. We can go exploring down here at least. Check it out. Alright, so here we are. We got some golems. A large ornate book with heavy leather binding and a lock. Let's examine it. Earlier entries are too faded to read, but the most recent entries appear to be a hasty record of various supplies and materials. Each entry is initialed E. Interesting. So what happens when we interact to these different golems? Welcome, visitor. Name here. Access to Crackle artifacts and the restricted Crackle right passageway. Authorization can be obtained by the Crackle. If at any time you need assistance, please inquire with any records worker. Alright, so he's a little bit malfunctioned. This one looks a little bit malfunctioned as well. Yeah. Yeah. Not looking too good. Hello, sir or madam. Fallback mode. I am unable to process visual input. Please identify yourself. Okay. Little automaton. Appears to be in perfect working order. He's got some weird thing. Let's see. Can we read this? Hothage lot hago, who the gat othagis, though thage, pothagaswathagord. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to continue to read that. The journals were written by someone named Elmataf, who proctored some sort of test for many years. Most of the journal entries are just dates and indecipherable numbers, but one longer entry catches your eye. I've been fooled! Yesterday, a devious student passed my magic test without knowing any magic. How many other students have tricked me? Furious. At first I assumed she used alchemy, but no. My detection runes would have alerted me to that. After interrogation, the truth is even more embarrassing. She used a primitive science called mycology. I have transcribed her method below and will study it more carefully when time permits. Study the details. And here we go. We learned the recipe to make smoke bombs. Interesting. So we can make bombs with mushrooms. Pretty cool. Let's check our ingredients. Do we have anything of... do we have all the ingredients to make that? We do, actually. Quite easy. So what? We'll just craft it. We'll craft it. Maybe craft some more. Alright. Could come in useful as we continue to pick more mushrooms. Oddly focused rat. What is this? Ooh. We've got another book page. Whereas human children are often taught the simple mnemonic, 20 godlings in the ground, 20 more in air surround. 1 was killed in demon fire, 2 were banished to the mire. The logic behind the couplet no longer makes sense due to the recent changes, but the addition and subtraction at least provides the correct number of gods. Most council citizens can name a dozen common gods, but the majority of them are too minor to be well known or are most active on other continents. 20 godlings, 20 more. 1 was killed, 2 were banished. So 37, I'm guessing. Oh, we got another empty bottle. And what do we have over here? You have a special intuition about supernatural dangers. You can tell when a nearby creature can inflict terrible curses on you. These curses are often much worse than the mere death. It's really dumb to ignore this danger. You can always come back here later with friends and have weaponry if you need to satisfy your curiosity. Ooh, look at that. I guess the game really doesn't want us to continue over here. And I think I will listen to the game for now. I think we want to get our skills up a little bit more. A little bit more. Maybe once we got our combat skills over 10, we can come back and see what that boss is all about. But we've got... Oh, yes, we got a little stairway down here. And another torn page. Let's read this. Simple enough to get past the so-called guard. Reprogramming the golems gave me a little more trouble, and I fear 1 or too many no longer. Lower levels recognize my authorization, though. Okay. So let's take a look at this strange barrier. As you touch the wall, a voice in your head says, a prodigy must know the lore. How many godlings? Let's go with 37. And there we go. It fades away. Hi. Oh. This records worker is aggressive. Alright. I guess we'll grind a bit down here. Oh. Hello there. There we go. We'll level up in, what is it called? Ooh, this guy's got golem clay. I wonder what we use that for. I actually don't know. Though I know the mechanics, the game, still new. Only, what, 50 hours or so in the game? So, interesting. Some sort of brain bugs. We learn a new ability called the brain scrub. So there's these brain... there we go, sluggish brain bugs. So, that's a thing. apparently. So let's see if we can take them on. We can. They're pretty easy. Ooh. That looks like a better shield than what we have. So let's equip that, shall we? I think. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. All right. More clay. And I guess we'll just keep following the dungeon down. Keep following it. Nice. We got our hacking blade bleed. And we have leveled, I believe, we've leveled our sword up to level 10. Let's double check. Yes, we have. Awesome. So that's really awesome. I also want to equip that awesome ability of bleed. I think that would be useful. Let's see, I'm going to put that there. Put this here. Okay. Cool. Another empty bottle. Empty bottles are good. Ooh, can I cheese this rat? Oh, apparently not. Or maybe I can. Oh, no, he died. Too bad. I tried to tame it at the same time I was taking down that records worker. Alright. What do we have here? Do we have another entrance? No entrances here, do we? I guess we'll have to find a way around. Oh. Okay. Now, I did mention to you guys that there is another way off this island. I think we're soon about to find out how that happens. Alright, so what do we got here? We got a lamp. Okay, this is an oil lamp with a clever design that stores oil in the base. It currently has plenty of oil in the reservoir. It is unlit. We will light the lamp. Can I loot you? There we go. In fact, we will continue to light all of these lamps. All right. The lamp is lit. And there's a barrier there that is still locked to us, so maybe there are more lamps to light? It seems that that is the case. So let's light that. And do we got any? Oh, did we unlock it? Did we do it? Did we do it? Nope. Oh. We got this one over here to light. And here. Ah, barrier unlocked. Okay. So let's take a look. Got some different armors, loots. Definitely don't know if we just filled up our entire inventory, but we've got some rings that'll be useful for us once we get our psychology up high enough to level 10. But other than that, nothing like immediately usable. So let's have a look down this corridor here, shall we? Wow, I just one-shotted him with that what is it called again? That psychoanalyze ability is pretty powerful, especially at the beginning here. Okay. Ooh. Belaying moldy ancient helm of your mother. Hilarious. We'll pass on that for now. Oh, and what do we have here? It looks like a secret passageway. This couldn't possibly lead to any exit, could it? Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. Again, it gives us some good boost to our skills, but the armor is not very good. So, more skeletons along our path. Leveling up in Myconic. Suddenly, strange thoughts emanate from your brain. Wow, I guess we really are into the psychedelics. Alright, what do we have here? Let's pull the lever. What could this lead to, I wonder? We've got a spider. Ooh. Nice. And what could be this cave exit? Wonder where this leads. Well, wouldn't you know, we've escaped the island. So that is the second way of escaping the island. I find it a much more enjoyable way. So we may end up coming back here. I do want to go face that boss in the big room that we were too chicken to face in this episode. But I'd like to also get my psychology up to level 10. So I will see you in the next video as we continue our adventures in probably the Serble Hills. We'll do some exploration here in the... It's a much more open world here, as you can see. So I will see you next time as we continue our progression with our character here. See you next time.